You're ridiculous. I'm doing my nails on.
Always setting me up for... I'm doing my nails too. Always setting me up for failure, and I knew you were that kind of girl in season 8 when you snuck the win. You booted me out of the season, basically. Single-handedly. And I never forgave you for that. And here we are again. And you're trying to trick a tricker. You can't fool a fooler.
Listen, well, here we are, just 6 years after we filmed Drag Race 6 years ago.
No. Yeah,
yes,
that makes
bitch.
sense.
That is so crazy.
Yeah, no, it feels like 6 years. It feels like 6 years.
Yeah, you're right. It does feel like 6 years. I mean, I also met you. I think I met you 11 years ago.
Well, let's talk about this. We call each other every once in a while, but you called me the other day, and it meant a lot to me. You said, you know, where was I? I was like eating lobster in Maine.
Oh yeah.
And you said, you know, it just occurred to me that you're my oldest drag friend.
Yeah, I've known you. You're my longest drag sister. I've been friends with you. Out of all the girls, and there were girls that I was starting with, but like they didn't stick around, like Frosty.
Yeah. Yep.
And Azrea. Who actually met Azrea through you.
Yeah, and then they all kind of disappear and go do something else.
But you're the one that keeps on Thorgy and on.
Yep. I stick around for the abuse. I stick around for the abuse, and I am here for it.
We sound like two old ladies. Yep, just old friends. Literally doing our nails and talking about back when I lived in New York City, that Starbucks used to be a nightclub.
Back in the day, I forgot.
You'd go to Splash Bar and do a bump of cocaine off the Go-Go Boy's dick.
Penis.
On the dance floor, we were all doing Black Beauties and Quaaludes.
What's a Black Beauty?
I think it's like a drug.
You just wanted to say that term. No, you just wanted to say that term because you're that kind of girl, and I knew you were.
Because I'm the Black Beauty.
Because you're the Black Beauty. Exactly. And here I am with a Halloween backdrop, looking like a clown.
Well, I am loving this Phil Spector moment.
That was probably the best. I got this stupid wig. I bought it in like every color, but it really only comes in like blonde and white. And then I've just spent the last month dyeing them different colors.
Work.
So now I have it in every color. And then I cut it, I chop it up like all ugly. And I keep going, what the do I look like? Phil Spector.
It's Phil Spector.
Phil Spector. Or the prosecutor who was the prosecutor for the state against O.J. Simpson.
Oh, yeah. I see that
when she got that perm and everyone was like, no.
Jacob, will you send me can you put send me the file on Facebook, because I think I left and came back. It's not in the chat anymore. Should I wear bigger earrings?
Can you see my earrings?
No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, whatever. It's more about this Phil Spector moment, so,
Well, for me, it's really about this wig.
You're a little blurry to me right now, but you're wearing like a little headscarf moment.
Well, you're drunk.
No, there are a lot of things that have changed in the last 6 years since we've been on the show, and you were shady, and I just want to say, I am drinking tonight. And I just want to say that I am not drunk, but there are just a lot of things that have changed, and I want to cheers to that.
Cheers. You're so silly. All right, you got your nails done, girl? Oh, go ahead, Mitch. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, that whole...
Do you remember...
Fuck the dirty bingo. How about the fucking... the gotcha drag brunch?
Gotcha! Oh, you're all here anyway. Might as well do a 4-hour show at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Literally.
See, that's what got me. That was that day. Because I knew, also, as a performer, as an artist, and you don't drink, but I drink. I plan out the day, especially when it's supposed to be like a vacation cruise kind of thing, right? I knew that I had an event at like 10 p.m. that night, and they're like, "You're also doing bingo at or brunch at 11 a.m." I'm like, "What?" So I'm going to be in drag for 14, 15 hours?
But did you remember this part? The most important thing was they were like, they called me and they were like, Bob, Thorgy and Detox really want to do a drag brunch. And they called you and said, Bob and Detox really want to do a drag brunch.
Bob is already doing it.
And they called Detox and said, Bob and Thorgy really want to do a drag brunch. And I remember thinking to myself, that doesn't sound like them.
And once we finally all talked to each other, we're like, ooh, they got us, bitch. They got us.
All right, so there's a little bit of a lag between us, but I think we'll be fine if we figure it out between us. All right, so let's go ahead and hop in. You ready?
All right.
I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you not hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So
yeah, I can hear you. Oh, okay.
The lag is really making
you see
it
me?
so hard. I see you perfectly. I know you can't see me, but the lag is really wild right now. It's like almost hard to do. Like, Thorgy, let's try to count to 3 at the same time. Let's count to 5, and let's have Mitch tell us how far apart we are. Ready? 1, 2, 3,
1,
4,
2,
5.
3, 4, 5.
Hello, my little bobbleheads. Welcome back to Purse First Impressions. We are living on the internet these days, and I have with me my oldest drag friend, and I haven't known her that long. Please welcome to Purse First Impressions, Thorgy Thor.
Oh my God, I'm old, and you also eliminated me off of season 8, and I knew you were that girl. I knew you were that girl. You've always been that girl.
Yeah, I went to the producers. I was like, listen, you trust me, you're going to want to get rid of this Thorgy character. So are you living for Drag Race UK? Is this your life? Like, for me, honestly, right now, Drag Race UK for me is more entertaining than Drag Race America.
You gave me a call and said, listen, let's review this. And I actually rewatched all of season 1. And then I've caught up on season 2. This is drama and the best drama I've ever seen. I'm here for all of it. All of it.
Let's get into the drama. Okay, so first of all, right after we all know, after an elimination, which is so funny, if you look in the bottom left corner of the screen, it says Jenny Lemon's self-elimination. It normally says after the elimination. It says after Jenny Lemon's self-elimination, which really kind of tickles me.
Like at the beginning? I didn't even catch that. Oh my God.
And the girls were all like chatting and doing their thing back and forth. And then out of nowhere, Ahura does this thing where she's like, I just want everyone to know my opinions. Veronica, I just think you should have been at the bottom. And I'm like, why would you what is the point?
Let's just speak up. And you know what? Here's the thing. When you're on the show and you have that opportunity to be like, I made it here. I think a lot of girls, when they're filming the show, think this is my time to like have more airtime and like say my opinion. But then you don't think about it then. You think you're being like really cunty and cool. And then you watch yourself and you're like, I probably should have kept my fat mouth shut.
Right? Like, why did I say that? So now they're going back and forth, and Veronica Green, in my opinion, understandably is very upset or just annoyed or hurt by this breaking news that the other girls think that she did poorly. And it's also upsetting because Veronica knows. Veronica's under no disillusion that she did a good job. As soon as the skit was over, she was like, I didn't do very well, did I, love? And then hitches are high, so now Tia and Lawrence are about to start going at it, but right as they do, RuPaul comes on and tells everyone, because of coronavirus, they all have to sashay away. And they're all, just like everyone in the world, we were expecting 3 weeks, a month, 7 months later. I want you to imagine, I mean, you had about 1.5 years between your Drag Race stints, but never the same. Imagine leaving in the middle of a season and then trying to come back in 7 months and picking up where you left off.
Well, let's do this because we were both on season 8. Imagine like midway through, like right before I got eliminated.
Oh my God.
They sent us home. Well, come on. And then they sent us home and we had 7 months to like sit here and be like, oh my God, what are we?
Girl.
Like 7 months to prepare to prepare and like sit at home. But also, everyone knows, and I know you probably said it. I say it all the time when people ask. I'm like, they lock us in hotel rooms. It's like shooting a reality television show. They want to keep everyone separate. What did they do with these girls for 7 months? Did they all talk to each other? Did they have opportunities to, go to the gym? Did they have opportunity? Well, they can't go to the gym. I guess everything's closed. But like work on new looks. Did they get an opportunity to bring their suitcases back filled with new
So we find out later in the episode that apparently girls can take their suitcases home. Some girls did bring back new looks, which may or may not have been inspired by looks other girls had in the workroom at the same time. And also, imagine fitting into your outfits after a quarantine. Like, fitting into the same girl.
Well, okay. Me and you could talk. We're jumping a lot. One step at a time. When all the girls walked back into the runway thing, I was like, oops. And I had to pause it every single time when I had that shot of the girl's face. And I'm like, let's clock the work that this girl had.
Well, Sister came back.
And then it was the next girl. I'm like, her cheeks are
Sister came back like she was on All Stars. She got the works. She went in and honestly, by the way, go off, live. But I was like, you better. She had the most. She got her teeth done.
She had a flipper. She had teeth.
And even her attitude. She came back and like Sister would have been quiet the whole time. But this episode, she's like, all right, love, I'm back and I'm spunky and I'm making jokes and I'm skipping around, mate.
Yeah. I'm here to win. Like, I'm an incredible entertainer. I'm like, where were you before dressed as a mummy?
I was like, apparently 7 months can really do a lot of good for...
And apparently had some good skin treatment because HD is really, really harsh. And I don't have great skin. I never did. And especially on HD, I'm always like, I hope my skin looks good. I hope my skin looks good. And there were some shots of Sister and then she came back and I was like, also, your skin looks
She
great.
got the microdermabrasion. She got the microdermabrasion, the teeth, the cheeks. I was like,
also,
work.
Are you mad about it? Are you mad about it?
Bitch, use your time wisely.
No. Yep. I think this is, and I gotta say this because I wish I was here every episode with you because we could dish. But like, Sister to me was like the Veronica. Remember when they were goth girls?
Oh yeah.
In that challenge. I thought, and this is what I talked to other people about it, they're always like, Thorgy, you're so wrong. I thought Veronica was so good in that challenge. If I were next to her, we both would have shined because I would have picked up on her like dry gothic, like what if she was throwing the rat in the cake? Like you have to participate, and Sister was not there. And then threw her under the bus later, and I was like, I don't think I like you. But now she's coming back and she's ready to play, and I'm like, maybe I
don't know. I think Veronica may have been.
I knew you were going to fight. I knew you were going to fight
Salvation,
me about this,
girl. I think Veronica may have been beyond. And I do not agree that sister being like she's the reason we were bad. I'm like maybe you both had to say this, but Veronica didn't. Anyway, let's keep moving on. So I'm also glad they did not make them get back in drag to walk into the workroom. They just got like these entrances, but they got to do it out of drag, which must have been a nice break. You know what I mean? I'm so also shook. Veronica is out of the competition. Like, bitch tested positive.
And may I say, and because I know we haven't really talked about this, Veronica was my favorite contestant in the show. She was my number one. And does she not look exactly like Jane Sibbett, the actress?
A little bit.
I want you to pull us side by side with Jane Sibbett.
Pull up Jane Sibbett.
And Veronica.
Pull her up.
They look Yes, Jane Sibbett from It Takes Two with like Kirstie Alley and like Steve Guttenberg and like the Olsen twins. She looked exactly like Jane Sibbett, and I was like, I am so here for this. He was like quirky and and that pig mask with like Medusa. I just thought it was so.
So you think
cool.
Jane Sibbett looks like a pig? So you think Jane Sibbett looks like a pig? No, I'm kidding. Also, it was really
yes. That's what my whole point was, and I gotta go. So anyway, this has been lovely.
All right, thanks for joining us. Comment below. No, it was weird to also see. There's a helicopter flying overhead. I'm gonna wait 1 second. What's the helicopter flies? They're looking for
It's Jane Sibbett.
It was also weird to have RuPaul's Drag Race disclose Veronica Green's COVID status in front of them.
I thought that too. I was like, oh, I did one of those. Oh.
I would have been like, y'all could have just said, Y'all could have just said Miss Thing couldn't make it. Y'all didn't have to tell everyone Miss Thing walking around with antibodies.
For safety reasons or something. They could have alluded to it. She is positive. We don't want her here.
I mean, I was like, this doesn't seem like HIPAA would approve this. So they're doing this.
And then they bring the other girls back.
Right? Yeah. Also, RuPaul's doing this look where she's got this green wig on.
Now, I don't know if you talked about this before in the other episodes, but girl, she has been living her best fantasy on UK with this whole new RuPaul.
Yeah.
Like when I watch her, I'm like, you are having a really good time.
Yeah, it's like she likes her other family more than she likes us. She loves them.
Yeah, that's how I was like, why were you not this cool with us? You were so like, I'm in charge and you are. You're magnetic and incredible and successful and on top of the world. But girl, she is hanging out with the girls. Remember season 1 with Bag of Chips when rubbed her ear and gave her a hug and a kiss?
Well, I don't know if you remember or not. There was
one
moment. There were 2 moments I remember specifically from season 8 filming that I was like, oh my god, RuPaul's having fun. One time it was we were all on the stage being judged for the Wizard of Oz challenge, and RuPaul normally goes behind the desk, takes off her pads, and puts on these little slippers. But this one time,
I know what you're
RuPaul
talking about.
was in this blue peplum catsuit,
pantsuit,
peplum and she came from and they said, "All right, break for lunch." And then RuPaul came around the table. She goes, "I just want you motherfuckers to know I'm still in full drag." And then she gets out. She does a little runway walk,
and she kicked her leg.
And she was in heels, and she did a little runway walk in front of us. Like, "Yeah, motherfuckers, I still got it." And we were like, "Oh my god, this is fun." And there was also the time where
and we were like,
we also listened to her and Michelle do an entire concert. They did I think they were singing all these Cher songs back to back for some reason. No, it was on the first elimination or second elimination when they were doing Donna Summer, and they started singing all these disco songs over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Because what y'all don't know, back when you're on RuPaul's Drag Race, right before you lip sync, they test the music. Your heart is thumping. They test the music, and then RuPaul's like, turn it up, turn it down, turn it up. It's always up. And then RuPaul looks at you and she goes, "This time is for real." That shit is right.
She really does, and I don't even think they don't use that on camera. She knows it, but she's talking to you.
Oh yeah, this time.
And I'm like, she goes, "Just so you know, silence." They don't even use this, but she still goes silence. Yeah.
Also,
because this time it's for real.
You might not remember this, and I don't even know if we can put this in there, but I don't know if you remember this or not. But when RuPaul introduced the shade tree, which only was ever on our season, RuPaul said,
"Oh my god!"
But do you remember these words?
I remember Layla McQueen loved it. She was always there.
RuPaul said, "And we've introduced the shade tree. So if there's something you want to get off your I heard myself." RuPaul goes, "And this year we've introduced the shade tree. So if there's something you want to get off your chest, just let a nigga know." Do you remember when she said that? Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. And I was like, oh. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god.
It was the first day at work. She was like, let a nigga know. And I was like, I love that. All right, we got to keep moving. Too much reminiscing. Okay.
All right.
So they bring the girls back.
They bring the 3 girls back.
Okay, hey, I'm hosting here, Mr.
Because I know we could go on until midnight.
So we bring the 3 girls back, everyone except Jenny Lemon, and RuPaul makes it very clear that Jenny Lemon is not invited back. And we bring back...
Because she already had down hers.
Yeah, she already had hers. She brings back Christina Mandela, Cherry Valentine, and Joe Black. Yeah. And the girls vote pretty heavily for... Joe Black. No one votes for Cherry Valentine. Yeah. And I think, here's why. This is my thought. When they were all giving their I wrote it down. Joe Black said, "I want to be invited back because," I wrote it all down. Joe Black said, "I want to be invited back because I deserve it." Cherry Valentine said, "Because I'm the best." And Astina said, "Because I've changed and I've grown." And I think when Cherry Valentine was like, "Because I'm the best. I'm better than you fucking bitches."
Yeah, you should want to beat the best. And I think I'm the best. I was like, you're not coming back.
I also would have been like, bitch, they've been done beat you. Like, they already beat you.
Yeah, I'm like, what is wrong with you?
So the girls vote pretty heavily in Joe Black's favor. To bring her back. She's invited back. Astina Mandela and Cherry Valentine leave. And then Joe Black and Lawrence Chaney are the 2 group captains. So... They're paired up like this. It is Joe Black chooses Let me make sure I get this right. Joe Black chooses Ellie Diamond.
Okay.
Do you have the groups, the pairings, Jacob? Can you say them for me?
I don't. I have all the. As you were saying it, I have all the girls listed, and I've been watching and crossing off when a girl got eliminated.
Well, it was. I know it was Lawrence Chaney, Bimini Bambulash, Taste.
Well, it was. Remember,
it was
like
Ahura.
Joe Black,
I got it.
And then
it was Lawrence Chaney, Bimini Bambulash, Taste, and Ahura, and the other team was Joe Black, Ellie Diamond. This is not good. I can't even remember who was on this team.
I have to look at it. Well, there's a lot of girls.
It's fine. It's fine.
Taste.
No, Taste was with anyway, whatever. They're split in these two teams.
Oh my god.
Joe Black's team is called Banana Drama, and Lawrence Chaney's team is called United King Dolls.
UK Dick.
Yeah, UKD are the names they've chosen themselves. So once they go into the record, Ahura's the last one to be chosen. You and I were never last chosen, but I mean, I imagine it's really upsetting to be chosen last, you know?
Yeah. You're kind of like, okay, well, what did I do?
Also, okay, so they go into the rooms and start doing their thing, and off the top, Ahura, like, it seems like she's not doing well. Like, you and I never had a challenge where we had to no, that's not true. We did live singing. We sang street meets live, but we never did a recording session.
No, but you did talk to Lucian pretty fiercely, and I loved it every second of it.
And Betty was not loving it. Betty was so annoyed.
Also, I think I got it. I got everything you were saying because I've known you forever, and I'm like, yes, you're right. However, right now, I'd rather utilize this time by placating this crazy man. Oh, you're so right.
Well, the thing is,
and then going back to work.
The thing too is, me and you, Thorgy, are always, we love to call people out. I don't know if any of you remember this, but me and Thorgy used to work at a restaurant called Lucky Chang's, and when we worked at Lucky Chang's, there was a new manager. The new manager came in and he said, because there were girls who would joined within the last year, and girls who had been there for 20 years. So me and Thorgy were the girls who were in technically the new group, but it was his manager's first day, and he was evaluating all of us to see if we'd be able to keep our jobs. So he said to us, he called us in his office one, and he looked at Thorgy and he said, "I'm just checking out the new girls." And Thorgy goes, "I'm not new. You're new. This is your first day."
Yes. And I waited. What do you got for me? Nothing? Anyway, I have to go take this noodle order, okay?
But this is your first day.
I'm not new. You're new. You're evaluating me. Anyway. Yeah.
So
well, I just love to fight with people. And this is why I love you so much, because you're the first person to be on national television, filming a show with the three of us being like, I don't understand what you're saying. I think you're crazy. I
did not call him crazy, but I did say what you're saying is fully real. Yeah, I understand. But he was wrong.
And he was just just say yes. And you're like, no, you don't make any fucking sense.
I couldn't let it go, but pick your battles, right? Okay. So they're in the group. So Ahura's not doing very well. Lawrence Chaney's not doing very well. They're really struggling. Joe Black cannot say this gin clothesline right. But then girls like Taste did it in one take. Tia Kofi. By the way, I love Tia Kofi. Do I think Tia Kofi's going to win? No. Do I think she should win? No. Do I think she's been in the top 4? Yes.
Can I ask you a question? I was waiting. I wrote this down so many different kinds of ways to ask you. And now that you brought it up, what do you like about her?
I think that she's funny. I think she does a good job performing. She strikes me.
Give me a joke that she told that was funny.
Okay, I feel like when they were judging her, when they were up, and it wasn't in the chat, but when they were judging her on the stage, and I will never forget Michelle being like, "What do you think of this outfit? What do you think I'm going to say about this outfit?" She goes, "That you love it, that it belongs in a museum, that you wish you had one in every color," and also her lip syncs against Astina was really good, and I think she did a good job in the Rats musical.
No.
What? But you also thought you thought Veronica Green did a good job in the fucking Morning Glory. So what do you know?
Yeah, I thought she was great. If you actually look at her and you study her and you're like, oh, she needed a good partner to bring out the best of her. But she was trying. Tia, I don't get it at all.
I love it.
Her body is. And
love
here
it.
it is. I think if I actually met the girl and we hung out, I'd be like, I really like you. I actually really like you. But looking at her in a competition show next to really beautiful, strong, funny personalities that are competitors for the winner, she doesn't even kind of compete. Her shape is all wrong. She's very tall. Okay. She looks like it's her first time in drag.
I will say that she looks like an old school drag queen. I will say that she looks like a very old school drag queen.
That is giving insults to everyone who considers himself old school.
Oh my God! Are you old school?
No.
Are you old school?
What does that mean? I don't even know what that means.
You old school, bitch?
I'm in Thorgy school. I'm in a whole other. I know. And also, if she listens to this, which she probably will, I really like her and I want to meet her. But however, like that red reveal dress, and then we haven't even gotten here. But can we just talk about the barrel that she wore on the runway?
We can't. Don't jump in. Don't jump in. My
God.
I also really loved Ahora's bad singing. They were all like cringing, but I thought when Ahura was doing her terrible singing, I was into it. I liked Ahora's little
recording.
Yeah. I thought it was great. Also,
do you like Ahura?
Yeah, and Ahora's pretty cool. I think that Ahura has some problems with insecurity, which she pointed out on the show. She's a harsh critic of herself and other people, but I think she's a very good drag queen.
And she. Being that talented at like craft and art has it's a double-edged sword, and I think she struggles with that a lot because she's really talented, but she doesn't have a lot of friends at her level, so she anyway, I like her. I do like her.
Yeah, she is. I think she's a great drag queen, and we also need to talk about the fact that her and Taste moved in together. Are they fucking or not? Are they fucking?
Well, remember that little flirting episode? Like, they're like, oh yeah, there's like history there. And then it goes, and I'm like, wait, what? Is there history there?
Right.
And then they're like moving in together. I'm here for it because they're both cute and like they're fun, and I like both of them. They're also
I would watch it.
Very different. Yeah.
Listen, if they have an OnlyFans, I'm tuning in.
I was like, where's the onlyfans.com? I'll watch it.
Also, not to mention, Taste basically wants everyone to know that she has a humongous dick. One of her lines are like, I got inches to the floor, not my weave. And I'm like, we know you have a big, uncut UK sausage.
London cock.
Yeah. There's a whale in your pants from Wales. All right. So let's talk about the actual group. Okay. So now they're rehearsing, trying to do choreography. I'm with Ellie Diamond. Ellie Diamond was like, y'all, this is basic. This is too basic. We need to step it up. This is way too basic. And she is so right. And they're like, no, we need to dumb it down. Like, no, you need to fucking keep up. We're not going to bring ourselves down. Y'all need to fucking step it up.
I think it was Joe Black. It was like, even more simple, please. And I was like, this is going to look bad.
Right? And I feel the same way about Lawrence, because like Lawrence was having a hard time, but Lawrence was like, don't make it simple. I will just keep trying harder and harder.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, I remember thinking like this is, and it's also weird when they let the girls choreograph themselves. It's like Lord of the Flies. It's like just do yourself and see what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we were there. We had everything we did on season 8 at least was choreographed by somebody, right?
Yeah. Jamal Sims did all of our choreography. Everything we did.
No. It was the.
We did streamies ourselves. We did streamies ourselves.
And Bitch Perfect. Oh. Yeah, because I remember Chi-Chi, and I love you, girl, when she did that cartwheel and we held her legs open with the bad girls. We did all that with me and Asabe. We're like, girl, go on your hands and lip sync.
Well, I don't know if you remember this or not. So what happened was with Bitch Perfect, we did our own choreography. Then Jamal Sims came in and helped us fix it. And then with our girl groups, we did everything ourselves. Me and Betty made up all, which is great because we're all theater kids, and we all knew how to do. And we remember.
I guess the point of me saying that was that I remember being there and having absolutely no time, and it was so awkward because also we were being filmed. So it was like, get out of our way. We actually have to do this. So when they're on the stage, they don't have a lot of time to like get this together. So
Yeah.
it is actually smart to be like, you know what? How about an up, up, down, down, spin around and look? Like, it's enough. But, you know, these other choreography girls, if they did like, like, it would just embarrass the other girls who can't. So it's
Well,
like
it's
this.
not like Ellie Diamond was trying to do Alvin Ailey. She was just trying to not go. You know what I mean? I was like, it's got to be something above a step touch. And I think
Can you do that one more time for me, please?
There it is.
Shit. Is it left and then right?
And then the head bob. Or is my earring gonna pop off?
See?
So
Too difficult.
Let's talk about what I have written down for these groups. Okay. First of all, clearly the United King dolls were hands and shoulders above the other Banana Drama. Banana Drama was, I don't know how to say it, they were bad. As
it
a
didn't
group,
make any
they were
sense.
bad.
It didn't make any. It was like they were all just on the stage, given different directions.
Why do you have bananas? Also, why like when they all looked down and Joe Black was like,
No, Joe Black was always like this.
do you remember the move where they all look at each other and then Joe Black goes, and then look the other way, and then sister goes. And I was like, yo,
it's like, what are you
this?
okay
Like,
about?
what
What's going
is
on?
this? Wait, hold on one sec.
I
Freeze. I got muted for some reason. Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Oh, God. What's...
1, 2, 3, 4,
Can you
5,
hear me?
4, 3, 2. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but now I got to put you back in Bluetooth because I got a phone call.
Oh,
no. Someone... I don't know how to not make my phone go bananas when someone calls. When I'm in a Zoom.
I don't have as many friends as you because I didn't win season 8.
Oh my God.
So I don't really have that issue.
Shut the fuck up, Thorgy.
No, but when I had my stand-up comedy special on Amazon.
Well, you know, when my orchestra traveled the world, yada yada yada.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just. You know, that's pretty major, actually. Thanks for bringing it up.
All right. So, who are the standouts? Who are the standouts for you in the first group in United King Dolls? For me, I thought that Lawrence Chaney really came through. It was Lawrence Chaney, Bimini Bun Boulash, Taste, and Ahura.
Yes, Lawrence Chaney. And I kind of, there's something about me that like doesn't want to like always love her. I don't know what it is. I like want her to do badly.
It's because she's the front runner.
Yeah.
And you, when a front runner is doing
when
great,
somebody's
you
just
get
really
shady.
good and doing well, I'm like, ugh, can you like stop? Bob, can you shut up? Stop talking. Bob's always talking. I'm like, oh God. He won the challenge again. God. But yes.
Jesus, gross.
Maybe I do. And I think you said this in something and you go, you know, Thorgy, she doesn't want to win. She just wants you to lose. I just think there should be no winners. We should all just be lovely.
I mean, Thorgy, is it true though? Is it true? Thorgy, what in the Montessori school is going on with no grades? No one gets grades. We all just eat vegan apples.
Everyone should just like hang out. But anyway, Lawrence Chaney is doing incredible, and I'll give it up to Lawrence. Really, every challenge just like really impeccable, and really her paint is really incredible too. It's like origami,
right?
Isn't it? It's like
she looks so good.
Always good, like just really good. But out of drag looks like a fucking crazy person.
Well, she just has a weird. She has a weird haircut. She has that drag queen haircut.
The whole couple of episodes, I used to pause and go, "That's a wig. That's a wig." But I think he just shaves it. That's a wig.
It's just a weird haircut.
Yeah, like a purpley gray hair, and they would do these like eyebrows, like in gray. It was just all kinds of strange with like Hawaiian print shirts.
Listen, it is definitely it's an interesting. It's like British Guy Fieri. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it's an
all right.
interesting look. Wait,
All right,
quick
so
thing,
in
Jacob,
that-
did you ever share with me? Wait, Jacob, did you share on Google Drive with me the thing? I need you to share so I can open it up in the drive.
Oh, there's the
To
looks.
actually
I forget. Okay, let's see.
With Bob the Drag Queen at Gmail or
see?
Bob the Drag Queen?
That's
Let
a
me just
wig. He's
switch
wearing a wig as a
accounts.
boy.
Can you?
I love that I said Hawaiian
I
print.
can't
'cause
see
now
me
I'm-
switch accounts. Can you just?
It looks kind of like Hawaiian print.
Oh, no, I got it, babe. I got it. Don't worry. All right. So now let's look at these looks. We can actually skim through the confessional looks. I mean, because the only ones who really look different are what the fuck is going on?
I only have
Jesus fucking Christ.
the one that came back with the flipper. Sister. I have Sister, and I have Lawrence Chaney. Although I will say this about Ellie Diamond. Do you remember it was another episode when Rue came over and went, Lawrence Chaney, and Ellie went,
Oh,
I just want to call you out right now because why don't you say my name like that? And I was like, yeah.
I thought it was weird. I thought it was like, girl, if you don't get a nickname, like what of it? You didn't get a nickname, bitch. Everyone doesn't get a nickname. He just likes Lawrence more than he likes you.
This is when I love you so much because we really agree on everything. And then you just start a fight with me that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Because you know why? Because RuPaul doesn't want to give you a nickname. RuPaul doesn't fucking owe you a nickname. You're on RuPaul's Drag Race. Jeez Louise.
It would be, okay, fine. Let me compare it to, it would be like me standing next to Ivy Winters. And Ivy Winters in all of her glory, him being like, Ivy Winters. And me being like, why don't you talk to me like that?
It'd be weird. It's like, because for whatever reason, that's just how he talks to Ivy.
Also, Lawrence does have like an incredible accent and hams it. And it's kind of really endearing and lovely and really cool. I kind of like it.
Exactly.
All right.
So
anyway,
let's
I just
hate
hate people. Okay, so perfect. I only have two.
I'm trying to load my looks here.
Oh, is there more that I'm missing?
Jacob, are there only two looks in the thing? So, okay, first of all, RuPaul's look. The RuPaul looks insane. Like, did she get work done during the break? She looks this.
And happy and
what do you
sassy.
think?
And like, I actually think this was the decision of not like the 50 people that work on her team to be like, we're going to put you in a neon green wig or something. Oh, you're talking about like in drag or like the neon green wig?
No, her drag. No, this drag. Look at this fucking.
So you're skipping ahead.
Swipe to the drag look.
Okay, perfect.
Girl.
Because I was going to, okay, there it is. Okay. She looks insane. And I got to say, for different gradients of blonde, on different skin tones, this is a perfect match. This is perfect for her. This is so gorgeous. Everything is right. Everything is right for me.
Thorgy, this is a 60-year-old man.
No.
I always say that, but it's never lost on me.
Oh.
This is a 60-year-old man. This is wild.
Also, do you know after season 8 and your incredible padding, and he commented on it, his padding game changed after that. You know that, right?
Did I inspire the children?
You did, because I saw every runway look when he would come out in something short. I'm like, oh! Right after our season with Bob, I'm like, because your padding is great. And he was like, oh, did you make that? And then the next season, it was like all this great padding. I'm like, you sneaky little snake. But can we talk about the fabric that she's wearing?
I want to talk about this too. So should we go? Yeah, what is it? It's like it looks what
I think it is. It is very, very, very expensive. It's like when you turn it, it's kind of that iridescent. It hits the light in different ways. It almost looks like water when you're working with it. And Domino, who we both work with a lot, told me about this fabric that she wore like seasons ago and said it's very expensive, difficult to work with, and she looks gorgeous in it. But it's very, very incredible fabric. So gorgeous.
So good. All right, let's go down the line and talk about their looks and their verses. So Lawrence Chaney worked dancing to a Highland jig. Lawrence Chaney's up in this gig from Helensburgh to Edinburgh. Everywhere I go, I'm snatching wigs. I made my name in Glasgow City. Can't sing or dance, but I'm so witty. Me and my dolls are on a mission going to take this crown for Ruru Vision. What do you think of this look? What do you think of this verse?
The blatant symbols a little bit on her boobs bother me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like somebody wearing a billboard. It always bothers me. I'd always rather just not look at a symbol and just look at a design. That's just me. The boots, I just like. Yeah. I really like a heel, so I'm like a chunky boot for me is like
a
drives
go-go
me
boot.
crazy. Trixie Mattel.
What about the verse though? What about the verse?
Trixie Mattel. Yeah. I don't know. It's just, I watch it and I just go, oh God, every time somebody's like, RuPaul picked me and here I am and I'm snatching wigs and I'm snatching crowns and I'm so incredible. I'm on the stage, RuPaul's looking at me and you can't come for this. And I'm like,
well, I do agree that the verse isn't iconic, but I think that she did a good job performing and I'll give her that.
Sure. Yes. Yes. All right. I'll agree with that.
All right, verse 2, Ahura. Ahura looks great. Let me just say that. She looks amazing. She almost always looks amazing.
And what's more amazing is that I get into her looks and I go, she made this. She made this.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think of this verse?
Well, we have to sing it how she sang it. No. I think it's going through the gamut of a lot of things going on here, but whatever. I think she actually sounded good when she actually did it live and she recorded it and it made sense and she used her body the right way and like worked it out. I was like, I'm kind of a fan of you and I like you. That's all I thought. I was like, I like you. And once again, everything she wears, I go, she made this. She made this. She made this.
Yeah,
and they're all just so different. Every color scheme is different. Every silhouette, every idea. Shoulders one night, and then like no show. You know, like different shapes and textures. She's really. I want to contact her. Maybe she'll make me something.
Right. I mean, this is a basic catsuit, but she looks good. All right, moving on to Taste. Who me like this in front of these people strut so bad it must be illegal. Taste, Tayce. What inches to the floor? And I ain't talking about my weave. When I tap pack, I'm a clap back. You needed, I needed Babs. So play that track. All you fruits should be scared of me, like the one I sent home doing in memory. First of all, how does she look?
Who is she calling a fruit? Rude. No. Wait, what did you say? How does she look?
How does she look?
I actually think she looks great. She is so skinny, Bob. I miss that weight.
Yeah, she's girl, same. All right, I'm not gonna read all the verses because these verses they're not groundbreaking. Bimini Bun Boulash, my favorite name on the show. Let's talk about this look. This little cowboy look with the pink. I mean, it's fun. You know, she kind of reminds me of Lady Blue from back in the day. But anyway, I like her look though. Oh
my God. See, this is when I should have called you the first episode and just said, Lady Blue just walked into the room. It was the whole outfit, when she used to throw her body on her knees on cement 10 times a night. And we were like, girl, you're going to have problems the rest of your life. Anyway.
So let's talk about Joe Black. Joe Black's look is one of the most... It was, I would say, when Joe Black came out, I remember thinking, what the fuck is she wearing?
Should I skip ahead? Hold on. Are you looking at her look?
Just keep sliding until you get to Joe Black. Yeah.
Wait, do you have the lyric? Oh, here it is. Oh, girl. Also, let me say this. You are a master at writing lyrics. It just comes out of you. That is like, of all the things you're really talented at in my eye, that is your best. You just open your mouth and you really could be like, here it is, everyone shut up. And it's one take. One take and you just say it and you go, did somebody
What about my
record
makeup
it?
skills, though?
Because it's always brilliant. You're so good at writing lyrics. And you could just say it in one take. And it's so good. But really, so I'm interested to see your opinion because I'm not a great writer. It takes me forever. You saw how I did the presidential challenge in season 8 when you sent me home.
To be honest, I'm not obsessed with any of these. I'm not obsessed with any of these lyrics. I want to talk about these looks right now. Joe Black's look, one of the most controversial things of the episode.
Well, I don't want to skip ahead, but can we skip ahead to the big finale of this episode was where it came from and what happened after she said where it came from?
Yeah, go ahead. Talk about it.
Okay. So I literally stood up, paused it, and had to take a break when RuPaul literally looked at this girl and was like, I don't want no motherfucking H&M on the runway. And it was like, they changed the lighting for her. I was like, ah! I had to walk away. Also, she was making fun of it, not knowing. She goes, this looks like it came from Primark. And then Joe decides to lean forward and go, actually, H&M. As if it's something clever.
H&M.
And RuPaul goes like this. Ooh. And I was like, ooh, here it comes. And she goes, you better throw some motherfucking glitter on that motherfucking H&M dress. And I was like,
yeah, it was like she goes, ask H&M, then RuPaul just go, what the fuck did you just say? What the fuck did you... Excuse me?
Like, literally, Ru, at the one point in the season, she was looking down to do one thing. You know, whatever. And then they caught her RuPaul's one moment where she goes, actually, it's H&M. You know, she caught it. What did you fucking say? I don't want no motherfucking H&M on this motherfucker. Lights. It was so good. I want to rewatch it right now. Oh my God. So good. Anyway, everyone was terrified. I loved every second of it. It was probably the best moment of all of RuPaul's Drag Race history for me, hands down, of any season. Except for when I got eliminated.
So that was a great moment. That was a great moment for me. All right, so let's go over to our next girl, who is Sister. Sister is wearing this gingham pink. I don't like this.
No. And here's the thing. You could tell it was a dress put on top of a tulle skirt that didn't fit underneath.
Yeah, but like, so if you're going to wear a petticoat, your dress has to flare out. This looks like a dress that goes straight down.
It was a dress that wasn't made to go over it, but she thought she could fake it out. But like, you know, when you do drag enough, that's the first thing I thought of. I was like, I have many petticoats from almost 20 years of doing drag. I tried that look many times. You have to cut out the patterns. You have to have it fit. And it just didn't fit. So it, even in this photo that I'm looking at right now, it rides up on the side. It rode up. And I was just like, and RuPaul loved it. RuPaul loved it.
Yeah, it was
and I was like,
it was odd.
Okay.
With Ellie Diamond, this is Ellie Diamond basically remade the outfit that Estina Mandela made when she went home. This is literally that same outfit. It is a turtleneck with a circle skirt. Full stop.
Estina. Estina made, well, it was a lot shorter with Estina. She wanted to show her ass, Tina.
Sure.
But no, I think it's, I'm getting a different, this looks like Trixie Mattel to me. This is Trixie Mattel right here.
I have a suspicion that Ellie might be a Trixie stan, but that's literally based on speculation. I don't know. Let's go to Tia Kofi. I think Tia looks great in the challenge.
Oh man. Yeah, it's just tough for me every time.
Oh, well, you're a hater.
I'm not a hater. I just don't get it.
Her taste level is not there.
Thank you, Bob, for saying. I'll say taste is the word. It's just everything she wears. I'm like, no, you know. And then it doesn't fit right. It doesn't sit right. It doesn't say anything. It's almost like the beginning of like 10 steps to make an outfit. She stops at 1.
Yeah.
And then wears it.
Being someone who spent many years being a drag queen with a basic look, I understand. It happens to the best of us
You
sometimes.
were
And maybe she'll elevate.
you were never basic when you walked into Saliva Tuesdays at the Ritz and did the whole number and then pulled down an entire mask of Swarovski.
Oh, do you remember that? Oh my God.
Basic. You are incredible.
We should find that clip. Mitch, if I find that clip, can you put it in here? That was a great moment. All right, let's go to these runway looks. Okay, so if you swipe, you'll see Bimini Bun Boulash in her parasol. The category is like a day at the beach. So
no.
It's
It's a day at the seaside, which I had to look up afterwards. And the seaside is something in like it's like a place or something that like you can get like food. Everyone gets like food and it's cold, but like everyone like hangs out.
Yeah.
So I thought day at the seaside. As a New Yorker, I'm like, oh, like a day at the beach. So that's why when people walked out with French fry outfits, I was like, what the fuck? What? This is French fry outfits, you know? But okay.
Got it.
So Bimini.
I'm sorry. They're chips. They're not French fries. They're chips.
Sorry. So she walks out, and this actually made sense to me. She's like cute. She's giving almost like 20s, right? It's like this 20s. It's a lot of different eras, really. But it's kind of cute. I kind of like it. I like that she's wearing kind of a nod to a swim cap. And that's when I was like, day at the seaside. But I was like, she's about to go swimming. But she brought a little parasol.
I like it.
I like it.
I think it looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
Let's talk about taste.
Especially with their new fillers.
Taste. Oh my God. Let's talk about taste. I like the catsuit, but like I think the shells are kind of placed in like a. I don't like the way the shells are placed. The shells don't look great to me.
It's a little too heavy in the crotch.
Right? Yeah,
it's
I don't
too heavy in
love the shells, but she looks good.
Also,
okay, let's talk about Ahura, who's wearing this.
I have to say this. This is important because it's something you said to me a long time ago, and I wanted to say about taste. I like her nude look, but nude to me and nude to most companies who make nude tights and nude Capezio bodysuits. Nude is not nude to you as a word, but I like. This
we had a whole chat about that once, you and me.
Yeah.
So now it's the Battle of the Chips. The Battle of the Chips, girl. So Ahura comes out, she's wearing a chip look. But I mean, this looks good. This looks great.
Now that I'm looking at it again, I'm like, oh, this looks so good. And she made it. She made this. That's what's so cool to me. She like sat there and went, I'm going to make this. And it's a completely different silhouette, different fabric, and different concept than everything else. This girl is a designer. She is very cool.
Yeah,
and
100.
Young. She's cool, man.
Now let's talk about the winner of Drag Race UK Season 2. Lawrence Chaney is dressed like she got floaties and a lifesaver. How do you feel about this look?
Did you say let's talk about the winner of Season 2? Love it. Yeah, Mimi, I'm first.
I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
And I'm not saying anything bad. I like Mimi. And some of her over-the-top looks that she wears, she's incredible. When she walked out, I said, Mimi, I'm first. Right away. Something Mimi would wear.
I mean, she's fat and white, but besides the fat and white thing, do you really think so?
Immediately. In the face. It's in the coloring. It's in the concept, like wearing that shit on her head. Mimi always has a good shape. I don't know. I just screamed Mimi, and I was like, Mimi.
It's pretty clever.
I couldn't. It's clever, and she's clever. Mimi's clever.
Now, this next look reminded me of you, and it is the best look of the fucking night. Ellie
By the
Diamond.
way, do you remember when I showed up to my birthday at...
as a penguin?
As a penguin. Do you remember this?
Yes, I do. You painted an orange beak in the middle of your face.
Oh my God.
You had a penguin costume on. I remember.
I did not even remember that until you just said that. Yes, I did. And I'll never forget because Detox and Willem were visiting LA and they both threw $100 bills at me and then left right after my number and said, happy birthday. I'll never forget that. Anyway, yes, I did do this look. But here it is. This is what I
this is honestly, for me, this is the best look of the evening. This is the best look of the evening. Hands down.
Yeah. And you know what I love is that, everyone and worldwide, now we're in the UK, Holland, Canada, US, it's like, what is drag? What is acceptable for drag? What is pushing the boundaries? What is clowny? What is costume? And I love that this girl came out there dressed like a motherfucking bird, and they loved it. And they're like, this is what drag is. And I'm like, yeah,
well,
it was always
most
that.
of them.
It was
At one point, Graham Norton was like, "Is this drag?" And I was like, "Graham, it's drag. Don't. It's drag, Graham. Trust me."
But it's okay to question it. What is it? And the conversation needs to keep going. But
I agree.
She looks cool, man. And the orange, like webbed feet shoe, it's cool.
It's amazing.
She must be very hot.
Let's talk about your favorite queen. Let's talk about your favorite queen, Miss Tia Kofi.
Oh my God! Stop! No. Oh God! Here we go. I'm almost. I can't.
This is upsetting.
When
this
she
is
walked
bad,
out,
bad. This is
my
bad,
face.
bad.
When she walked out, I was like this. Oh God! Like, I don't even care what it is. And then they were like, "Oh, your ice cream cone," and I went, "Really?" First of all. She's not an ice cream cone. Second of all, what is flattering about this? Third of all, this literally looks like something. You can go to Amazon.com and type in ice cream cone costume.
Yeah.
And this is what comes to your house. And then they're going to call Joe Black out for wearing an H&M look, not on the runway, but during a challenge. But for her final runway look, she's going to wear this. This is from party.com. And this is what I'm saying. Tia, if you're listening, I might like you if we hang out. What? Your taste is not there, and I love you, girl, but you got to get it together, sweetie. Bob is your biggest fan.
Here's the thing. I actually don't think. Listen, I don't think that this was store bought. Which makes it even worse. I think someone made this for her, but just didn't do a good job.
I actually think the same thing.
Which makes it even worse.
I think the same thing. It's just funnier what I said.
Yeah. So let's go on to the little bag of chips, which is sister, who's also a bag of chips, a bag of French fries.
Now we learned later that apparently Ahura accused her for having 7 months off and all this time to create new looks, which she says yes, but then denies copying her idea. What do you think?
Well, it is interesting. I would say this: if everyone in the room, if everyone from 7 months ago can remember that you had a Pamela Anderson outfit in the corner, then I think it's safe to say you remember seeing a massive bag of fucking French fries in the corner. If they saw your titty plate in a tiny little swimsuit,
they did call
then
her
chances
out.
are you saw this massive.
We looked
bag
through
of
your
chips.
closet and we knew that you had a bathing suit with a Pamela wig. We saw it, and I'm like, you remember that? Then she absolutely remembers seeing that and went home and went, I kind of want to do like chips by the seaside, but like a bird. She combined everyone else's outfits in 7 months and put it into one.
Well, my friend Nick has a theory that we're going to start seeing everyone else's look throughout the... What if she did all of Ahora's looks for the rest of the time? It could be like, I promise I didn't know you did that.
Or everyone else's look for every challenge in one. Look for every runway challenge.
So
Actually,
finally we have Joe Black. So Joe Black has this like wind-blown look, which I think is really
And
great.
you know what? Seeing it as a still image in front of me, it's even better. As a still image.
Yeah.
Because she acted, because she's a cabaret artist. That's what she does well. It's just be like, kind of a clown. It's very vaudeville, right? Mm-hmm. When it sits there, it's brilliant to look at. It really is. The ice cream in her chest.
Yeah.
What do you think? You like it, right? You have to like this.
Oh, it's amazing. She looks amazing. This is a great look. Okay, so which one is your favorite look? What's the best, and what's your favorite look?
All right, well, Joe Black is up there. And I know you you think that Ellie Diamond is like me, but I don't think the bird is my favorite look. I think it's between Joe Black for me and Ahura. That's my top two.
You gotta pick one. You have to pick one. No ties. You gotta pick one.
Because I'm theatrics. I'm gonna pick Joe Black as my favorite look.
work. I'm going to say my favorite look is Ellie Diamond. This look is so...
Wow!
I'm just like, look at this face. Like, I don't even know where the feathers stop and where the makeup begins. The leggings, the everything. This is just such a good fucking look. My second favorite is Joe Black, but it's going to go to Ellie. Who's the worst look?
The worst look for me this week, I mean, do I say it? Or do we just know? It is the ice cream cone from Party City on Tia Kofi's body.
I mean, it's Tia Kofi. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah. It's pretty bad.
It's bad.
It's bad.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And I love her, but that is just, quite frankly, it's bad. It's like, girl.
And it doesn't even look like an ice cream cone.
You know? I mean, once you know it's an ice cream cone, it kind of looks like an ice cream cone, but it just looks like an ugly ice cream cone. Like, it's bad. There is nothing, I don't have any nice thing to say about this outfit because it's bad.
And then, let's add the cherry.
Right?
It's like, oh God. Oh Lord.
No. Yeah, it's bad. Now let me open my notes again real quick. We're almost done.
All right.
Thank you for your patience, by the way, Thorgy. I'm going through it.
Love you.
All right.
You look good.
I think Graham Norton. Thank you. You look amazing too. Rue came back. Okay. Also, we already talked about it, but Rue came back.
Oh
with
wait, may I say this and just be a little harsh for a second? I want to know if Tia Kofi's like uncle or father. I want to know if she comes from like a rich family that paid, like if they own the BBC. And they said, listen, if you allow our niece or our nephew to come in and last long enough, we will give you funding. And I think that really happened. I think she is just strung along because somebody in her family knows someone. Either that or after Graham Norton broke up with Tina Burner, started dating Tia Kofi. I think that's what happened. And he's one of the judges, and that is what is happening. I think so.
Thorgy, Tia is.
I want to know how rich her family
Tia will be in the top 4.
Oh, how rich is her?
Mark my words, she will be in the top 4. You're going to gag. You're going to gag. She's going to be in the top 4. You know, watch what I say.
Her family is her family bought her a spot, and I can't wait to meet Tia Kofi and be like, girl, I always rooted for you. Because their family's rich, and we're going to go on their yacht, and everything's going to be good. And the rest is history.
Well, I have a question about this stolen chip idea. Have you ever had anyone steal an idea from you and then act like they didn't?
Oh, constantly. My whole body just went, yes. But it's that whole thing. I heard somebody, it happened to me all the time. And it probably happens a lot with you because we're similar-minded as New Yorkers for a while. Your brain just gets going and you have these great ideas. What you don't realize, and what I've realized over time as being a creative person, somebody else has the same idea. If you don't act on it, somebody else will do it. And then you think they stole your idea. But really, they're just pretty clever too. Am I wrong?
I mean, sometimes. I had an instance where this one queen kept taking all of my ideas. Every time I would do something, she would do something very, very similar. So what I did was I just partnered up with her and we started doing sibling rivalry together. I just said, let's team up.
I didn't expect that to be so funny.
All right, let's talk about.
I needed that.
This happens legendary. Thank you. Mitch, can you put? I'm gonna bow. Insert like applause here. I would like applause to happen at this point in the show.
Very good. That was
a lot of applause. Standing up, maybe cut to an audience. cut to the audience standing and applauding, a standing ovation for that great joke, and then a cut to Monet looking really sad in the corner. So we get to the bottom two. The bottom two are Tia Kofi, your favorite, and Joe Black. And as soon as the lip sync starts, I have a sneaking suspicion that Tia Kofi is going to send Joe Black home, and I think Tia won that lip sync. What do you think?
It's tough because I watched it and I went, literally, my whole reaction was like, nope. There's no way that she can last and snake her way into another episode. There's no way. I literally was like, nope, no way. Joe's got this.
Not Snake.
Got this. That was my, like, got this.
Not Snake.
And the snaky snake, I was like, there's no way that this will happen. There's no way they could let this happen. Literally, I was so confident. I was doing a dance like, got it. And then Joe Black started like looking at her. Also, I thought she was going to do a Ginny Lemon and like walk off too. Why did she spend 4 hours, Tia Kofi, in the back? Remember that? Like, she walked to the back, and I was like, where did she go?
Because she wanted to run to the front and do like a big...
we saw it.
Because she wanted to do that little front roll on her ice cream cone.
Another cheap drag trick that, like, wasn't funny. I was just like, oh, God. Just take it. And then she tried to get up with her ice cream cone dress and, like, her boy underwear, no padding. I was like, this isn't... It was the best lip sync I have ever seen on all of the history of RuPaul's Drag Race in any country. It was the epitome of what I want to watch on television, where these two clowns sing a song like that and just look at each other, waiting for each other what to do. You know, what was the other one that was the best, where they were just rolling around in circles on the floor? Oh my God. Oh, their shoes come off, their wigs come off. This was better. This was better. And then...
Wait, are you talking about the one... Wait, you're talking about the double... No, I know you're talking about the double lip sync when they were on season 7 and they were tied to each other, and it was Ginger Minj.
Was it Candy Ho? Candy Ho and somebody else, maybe? I don't know. They all rolled. You know what I'm talking about. It went down.
No, because it was Candy Ho versus Tempest du Jour.
Man.
I'm telling you, go back and watch the one on season 7. Oh. Go back and watch season 7 when they were doing the twin lip syncs. It was Ginger Minj and I think Sasha Bell versus, I want to say, I don't know who the other two were, but I remember being like, this is... Maybe it was Candy Ho. Anyway, that's the point.
Sorry,
so
no.
RuPaul does her age-old move where you bring someone back and you send them home immediately. What?
I was going to say, Bob, do you remember one time where you lip-synced at a club or at a performance?
One time what?
Where you ended up at the end with no wig on, no shoes, sweating, threw your outfit off, your nipples were out, your types... Like, what is going on? What's happening? Anyway, love it. Good television.
No, that's never happened. That's never happened. One time I did do your competition and I lost and I had a breakdown upstairs. That happened once, but it was upstairs in the dressing room.
The Our Lady thing? Yeah.
Let's wrap this whole thing up. Yep.
Okay.
So RuPaul has done her age-old trick where she brings a girl back and then immediately sends her home. Immediately.
And who snaked by again?
Thanks for coming. I do think that it was time for Joe to go home. I'm not saying Joe Black is not a great drag performer, but I do think that Joe Black might not be great at Drag Race. No. And I think she may have been a little bit out of her comfort zone
and
with Drag Race
very set in Joe Black ways. But I will say this, Bob. Sure. I always knew the show was racist because they sent the black girl home. No.
You're so ridiculous. Well, listen, Thorgy, thank you so much for joining me. This has been as wilder than I thought it would be. I guess it's been a while since we've worked together. I forget you are really nutty.
I am nutty. I just can't. But also, you bring out my nuttiness, and I love you just the same. Thank you for asking me to be here. I love you.
My pleasure. And thank you all for watching at home. Join us next week and we'll be reviewing RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 2, Episode 6.